good output. So how do we help the farmers to convert local market for fertilizers to improve their yields and move them from ordinary small-scale holders to huge cooperative and confident farmers that can bring, opportunity to Nigerians. That's about it. The remaining assurance is for me to assure you that reform is a continuous exercise. We're not looking back. Transparency, accountability, and change that dynamics and business orientation and the principle of accountability. We're not looking back on that. And it was difficult for a leader to look the other way in any corrupt environment for an opportunity that can give him quantum of money in subsidy regime. No. In multiple exchange, give it up. Let the world and the country benefit from a stable currency. And yes, the first reaction was the high inflation, but it's come down dramatically. The Naira is stable. Today, we can help, various investors make it ease. Ease of doing business in and out of the country is what will stimulate the partnership and be beneficial. But I want the World Bank to look at various options of financing, teaching the model. What is the value of encouragement for an Africa that is taking this huge population on an assurance of prosperity? How can you accelerate that growth in a partnership with us? It's very important to me. Any way that we can cut bureaucracy and, push the risk, and develop the skill of our people is why I'm seeing you this afternoon. So please accelerate that. You are very welcome at any given time. Thank you very much.
I couldn't really make, even though you can really pick some of what he's trying to say, but you have to be extra a bit smart to be able to pick what he's saying, and it's all badadash jargons. I'm trying to repeat what he said, but maybe I should just paraphrase, you know what I mean? So Kolu was telling the World Bank to help them look into how they can help the farmers, maybe with their seedlings, and then other chemicals like, fertilizers, and that will help them and their produce to yield very well, something like that. And then he's talking about the removal of a subsidy, which initially caused high inflation, but it's coming and everything is stable now, which helps the business, any investor, right? The ease of doing business in Nigeria and all that, as well as the population, the young people, that they should come and give something that would help develop your skills, give you skills and all that. Why is he asking? This is the Nigerian government. I know this is how they probably even like, I know that's not how they talk. I'm trying to kind of figure it that your government, the beggarly government, which the Namibians are now calling the Beganistan. So they are calling Nigeria now. Let me check the name. Like everywhere your government goes, right, they go about begging. It's like bows in hands. The responsibility of government. You get what I mean now? Like I would, the responsibility of government is pushed to just all these foreign bodies, organizations. And the men they have the, even when they traveled outside Nigeria, it's these all these beggarly tones and all that. Because when Tinubu and his gang, when they kind of like talks, they talk like in the third person, something like, oh, if we can try to improve on electricity, if we can try to improve on, if I'm like, what are you talking about? Who are the we? You are in government. You are supposed to be doing all of these things, right? And if you probably need help, right, you should at least be able to present numbers that, oh, it's what you have done. This is how much you have done. This is where you need help and all that, okay? But in their own case, it's always about, come and help us, okay? Please come and help us. Come and help us train our people, teach them how to come and help us create jobs so that people can have jobs. Talks like that. So they are now calling Nigeria Beganistan. That was created in 20. I'm going to find the name. It's on my phone. So no, it's not Beganistan. It's Abegistan. Abegistan. Something like that. I don't know if my camera can pick it, but sorry. I'll put it on the screen. So yeah, that was a call. But here is a public school in Badagry area where the royal family, they haven't given us the specific name of the royal family behind what I'm about to share with you. So they are accusing a royal family of selling off a primary school, a public school. I mean, how is that even possible? Because public school is like probably like public land or community land donated to government, and it automatically becomes government's property. Anybody sell government land? No, you can't, because even when they wanted to relocate that Lagos Polytechnic, right, from Ikosi, another place where they now put TVC, that used to be the college back then, Lagos Poly. But because Tinubu and the APC gang needed that place, right? So they relocated them to, I think, Ikorodu or Epe or something. Then they took the land and they redistributed the land among themselves. Kolu took the biggest share where he had his TVC. Ajomale, the then APC chairman, Lagos State, they gave him a plot there, some plots there, where he built his own house today in Ikosi, Ajomale, and many others like that, including some of the State House of Assembly members. So the land share was shared in that sense. How could the royal family sell public school? I don't have the answer. I can show you the place. So crazy things happens in that place. All right. And to the Nollywood actors, no, Yoruba Nollywood actors. What do you call them? Yoruba Nolly. They have what do you call that thing again? Oh, I wanted to say like they have reactivated, or should we call it renewed their vows. Renewal. So the renewal of the vows that they are very comfortable with Tinubu and the way he's fixing Nigeria. They call it Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. TIFN. They even have one of them who I heard is also like one Yoruba actor too, is Bolanle Ninolowo. Okay. So they say, relax. Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. They are called RTIFN. Relax. Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. Their leader is She. The other group is in Nigeria, the ones in Nigeria, I think the ones in Nigeria is called the City Boys. That is the one that Obina, Iyebu, that is Obi Kubana, is their regional director. For the Yoruba Knowledge, back in Lagos, this is their own renewal of vows.
And we are so pleased with it. And now we are coming out to say we are confident and we are comfortable with what he's doing. And on that note, we are giving our mandate, we are giving our re-election approval. We are saying we are comfortable for him to come again 2027 to continue this good work and take us to that promised land in Nigeria that we are desiring. All in favor, you say yeah. You say aye. And all not in favor, you say nay. Let's go. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Of course, the ayes have it. APC Youth Week West Africa. Strong and reliable. This is our time. This is our time. Thank you very much.
Stand. Abi. Anyway, that is the new name. The Namibians just gave Nigeria. So if you look at the coat of arms, and the design, everything, right? The name is Abegistan. Now, if you see the arms in between the stretch arm, that one is show me love. That one is for the citizens who have now become what do you call them? Who have become beggars. So the government is going about with bowls in hand, asking everybody they meet to give them something because Nigeria is poor. Nigerians are poor. Government cannot do it. Government need help. Nigerians themselves are also like asking everybody they meet to say, I beg, show me love. Baba, show us love now. Baba, show us love. Online, offline. This is what they have turned Nigerians into. And not just that, this is how some Africans actually sees Nigeria. It's crazy. Trust me. It's sad too, especially when you know that there is no end in sight. With characters like this in charge of running the country, it is almost hopeless situation. A lady died from snake bite, by the way, in Abuja. You've heard the story, right? Ifunaya. So she was bitten by 2 snakes, allegedly, confirmed. And she was then rushed to hospitals in Abuja, where initially it was said that they didn't have this antiviral, antivenom vials. However, others later, the hospital later came back to say, or should I say, is it the hospital or the Ministry of Health or something? They released a statement by denying that there is no anti-venom vials in Nigeria due to poor electricity and all that, so for storage. So they said she was given some, right? But she developed some side effect. They had the name for it, but I don't know the name. So, and that was how she died. Others said no, she needed two vials, which means like two dosages. She was given one, and she wasn't given the second. Anyway, the whole story is kind of like exposed another killer in Nigeria that is mostly ignored and underreported, and that is snakes. People, they die of snake bites in Nigeria. Like, seriously, when you go to northern part of Nigeria, there is a single state, and I think it's Jigawa or so, right, where they had the report that 11,000 people, died from snake bite in 2 years in one single state alone. 11,000. And these are those ones reported. So in Nigeria, for them for the bill treatment, for the snake antivenom vials, right, to have a long lifespan, storage is very important. It can be stored without 24 hours electricity, because it's got to be stored at a certain degree of, freezing and all that. So, and because of the poor electricity supplies in Nigeria, so it becomes very much like not readily available. What that means is that you can't get bitten by snakes right now and go to the government hospital and be guaranteed that you are going to have access to one. You are not guaranteed it. It doesn't mean that they don't have it in Nigeria. Do you get what I mean? But like in that ready-made availability, no, it's not. So that has now sparked loads and loads of debates online, offline, and the National Assembly didn't want to be left out. Abiole, as if to say, this is how it actually works. There is no infrastructure to produce or store this drug to save lives in that sense, right? And there is no probably plan to put those structures in place. But just like everything else, and that is just like politicians, all words, no action. Abiole is directing NAFDAC to make sure that there is enough supply of these anti-snake venom vials in Nigeria, just by proclamation. And then it's going to be available next day. As if that is how it works.
Prayer 2. Urge the Federal Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, to ensure procurement, quality assurance, proper storage, and nationwide availability of safe, effective, and affordable antivenoms and critical antidotes for use in public and private hospitals with priority attention to high-risk regions. This is very good. Those in support of prayer 2 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer.
Just like they could make proclamation, prayers to make insecurity go away. We have already declared that the Nigerian Ministry of Defense should work with the service chiefs and ensure that all of the salaries of soldiers are paid, equipment are given to them,